Hey everybody, how are you today? I hope everybody is well. Today is Thursday, May 9th. Mother's Day weekend is coming up, and the weather is finally beautiful here. It's been in the 60s all week. A little bit overcast for a few days. Today the sun is bright and it's gorgeous out there. Eventually I'm going to take you all onto the trail that is behind the building, which they call it the rec path, and it's a long path that goes around town, and comes from my town. It's also in our next town over that I used to live in here in Vermont. And today I'm kind of talking about a serious issue. Okay, I've always been very vain about myself. I've always worried about looking my best, always with the makeup and the hair and everything, for all of my years that I was working. Now, I still am in such a way, but there are some things in life that you just can't get control over, okay? Now, this is a subject that has bothered me for a long time, which is why I've often thought about stopping my YouTube channel. And it's because of my teeth, okay? Dental care is so expensive. Now, back in the day when I was working 40 hours a week and making $40,000 a year, I had good dental insurance and my teeth always looked good. I took care of them. And then as the years went on and I had to stop working or I was out of work for a while, dentists are expensive, okay? And even the best dental plans, they only cover so much. And then after that, you're responsible for the rest. Okay, I have never had a wealthy life myself, all right? A lot of you know my husband became disabled, and I was the only one working, so I had to support all of us. I mean, we had a big family. We had my husband, we had 2 dogs, and we had 3 cats at one point. So life was tight, you know. I didn't live paycheck to paycheck back then because we had a little bit more money in our pockets. But I would say definitely since Dave passed away in 2013, it has gotten way worse. And I've had some work done on my teeth. I had a root canal done at my very last, was it my last job? Yeah, my very last job, I had a root canal. And the insurance covered the first part, but I actually ran out of money and I couldn't get the crown put on of that. I don't know why this computer is going in and out, in and out. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to fix it. It's very odd. But the lighting. But anyhow, I've kind of been in this situation my entire life where you have dental insurance, but it only covers so much. And then after that, who has the hundreds or thousands of dollars to give to a dentist to take care of your teeth? And I'm telling you, when I was looking good, I had all my teeth, and I would see people with bad, rotten teeth, and I said, damn, I better never let myself get to that, because to me, it grosses me out when people have bad teeth. And unfortunately, now I do. And what started this was that some random stranger came onto one of my makeup videos and said, oh my God, those teeth. I deleted it. I don't need to have that negativity in my comment section. But I am very upset about my teeth. But as the teeth go bad, I wind up having them taken out because I can't afford root canals, and I can't afford fillings, and it's a dilemma for people. And especially now that I'm a senior, all right, Medicare, normal Medicare does not cover dental. Medicaid, it's very difficult to find dentists who take Medicaid, especially in rural Vermont where I am. There's one clinic here that takes Medicaid, but it's very subpar. They are not the greatest dentists in the world, that are not very well recommended. I've been there several times for emergencies. I've had to have all the teeth on this side have been taken out. I've got two left on this side. This one has to come out. This one I chipped when I fell 2 years ago. My bottom teeth are okay. They said that my bottom teeth are pretty much okay. But my whole, I don't, when I smile, you can tell I don't have any teeth up there. And I'm very conscious about it, which is why I thought long and hard again about starting my makeup videos, because, I do have some things on my face that aren't very attractive. But the people who love me and like me encourage me and appreciate my videos. So it's just a sore subject with me. And I just need to say, good teeth do not run in my family. My dad was at the dentist all the time. If I remember correctly, I think my mom told me not a single tooth in his mouth was his teeth. So I think number one, it's genetic. Number two, once I stopped working and didn't have the money anymore, for regular dental visits, it just got to the point where his teeth would go bad and I had to have them taken out. So, and that is one of the big problems in our country. People, government and people don't realize that your dental health really affects your all over health. Case in point, my husband's teeth were in horrible shape. He wound up having so many teeth taken out of his mouth. And I've never divulged this before, but one of the main reasons why he wound up in the hospital and went into septic shock was because he would constantly get abscesses in his teeth and he would constantly pop them. That is poison going into his system. I think he was just at the point, he just didn't care anymore. He was in so much pain with his back, which, was his disability. And I don't think he didn't care anymore. He didn't care if he lived or died, to tell you the truth. That's one of the things I've never really talked about, as far as, Dave getting sick, going to the hospital and dying eventually. I think that the fact that he kept putting this poison into his body is most likely what was the real cause of everything that went on with him. Yeah, he had diabetes and he didn't care what he ate, but putting all that poison into your system is just not good. Which is why when I get a toothache and it gets so bad and I go to the dentist, it has to come out, because the tooth is so decayed and in such bad shape that they have to take it out. And that's kind of what's happened with me, okay? I'm not proud of it, but I enjoy YouTube so much that I try to not think about it. And of course, I'm going to get every once in a while. Actually, this is the first time that anybody has pointed out my bad teeth, and it made me feel so bad because, yeah, I know I have bad teeth. But I also enjoy makeup and I want to share that with you. I enjoy doing the vlogging. I enjoy the singing. At least with the singing, I can hide my teeth with the microphone. But when I'm talking to you like this, it's very, very hard to hide my teeth. There have been people in the past who had bad teeth. Poor Freddie Mercury, he had that one tooth in the middle that he was very self-conscious about. But it didn't stop him from becoming a worldwide icon, right? But if I had had his money, my teeth wouldn't be like this. I would be at a dentist and having my teeth fixed, putting in dentures if I have to. And, we all have problems like this. I have an injury on my lip from when I was a child, and I've got to leave it alone. Sometimes I start biting on it, and then it becomes this big old, you can kind of see it right now. It becomes big and it looks terrible. We all have our flaws in our appearances. And I don't think we should be bashing each other for it, especially when it's something that you can't control or that you no longer have control over. You know what I'm saying? So I think people just need to be a little bit more aware, much like all of the bashing that goes on in our little YouTube community right now. People do not take into consideration what other people are going through in their lives, right? People get mad at each other. Oh, he's a jerk and he's an idiot and he doesn't care about women, and they put out so many lies about people just from nothing. And it's like we have no compassion in this world anymore, no empathy anymore. It doesn't exist in my community in YouTube anymore. It's the drama community that I'm in right now. And it's just very sad that people tear each other down all the time instead of building each other up, instead of thinking, hey, people are the way they are for a reason, okay? And if somebody is nasty and evil all the time, they were either brought up that way, or parents don't care enough to teach their children well. As we have a bunch of adults running around who actually enjoy spending hours on YouTube trashing other people. And that's what's going on in my community right now. And my makeup videos have been very popular. I've been getting a lot of views. To me, 1,000 views is a lot. Okay, I'm a very, very small channel. Not a whole lot of people watch my channel, but I enjoy doing it, okay? It gives me pleasure. So, I think we just need to think about, yeah, she's got bad teeth, but there's probably a reason for it, okay? I can't afford dental insurance. I've got the Medicare Advantage plan, but all the dentists that are on my plan are like 40 miles away, down in, I don't know if it's down, over, east, west, in Burlington. I'm up in northeast Vermont. So, it's not convenient, and I don't have a car. So, life is not easy anymore for me. I'm on Social Security. I was forced to go to live strictly on Social Security when I lost my car. And so I had to stop working. If I had a car now, I could probably still work at Dunkin' like I did. But as fate has it, I don't have a car. I've had 3 cars in Vermont. I've been through 3 of them. And this weather in Vermont is so detrimental to regular cars. If you've got the Jeeps and the trucks and the 4-wheel drive, you do a lot better. You need a very expensive car to get through the Vermont winters. And my cars never made it. The first car I had, I came up from Tennessee. It was a nice little car. I loved it a lot. I can't even remember what it was. But it succumbed to the winter weather. The next car, my gorgeous Hyundai that I love so much, it was a gift from a friend, and I loved that car. Okay. But then I had it for what, 2 years? And then things started going wrong with it. My heat went out. My brakes went out. I took it to a backyard mechanic and he messed up the brake line and the brake line broke. So at that point, I couldn't afford to do anything about it. I worked at Dunkin', but my rent has been 90% of my income for the past 3 years, and I was just in a bad way. And then the last car that I got totally bamboozled. Oh my God. It was a Volvo 2001. And this guy that I got it from was a mechanic. He had a mechanic shop. And he told me that everything brand new was on that car, that it was fine, it was a good car. It lasted me 6 months. It was a Volvo 2001, which is the worst year of the Volvo. That was the year they started experimenting. It wasn't just Volvo that made it. They made it along with, I think it was a Japanese, it might have been Mitsubishi. Mitsubishi and Volvo made this vehicle together as a project. And it turned out to be one of the worst cars in history, in the history of Volvo. So when I first got the car, I would have trouble getting it started. Okay. And he would say, you just have to wait a minute and then keep trying it. It's fine. And that was the main problem with the car. The car lasted me 6 months. At least it got me to the Keith Urban concert. You know, that was my big thing. When I got that car in March, I'm like, is it going to get me to New Hampshire? Because I've got to go see my Keith Urban. So I got to see Keith Urban, and that's the night that I fell, and now I have all these little scars and stuff from that fell, because I fell on my face. And by the end of June, that car was a mess. It was absolutely a mess, and I couldn't afford to fix it. I sold it for $200 to a guy who was actually a Volvo mechanic. And I caught up with him a couple of months later, and he said, there was so much wrong with that car that we could not fix it, and my nephew could not use it. And we sold it to a farmer who's just going to keep it around the farm because it would not pass inspection. So, here I am. No car. I lived out in the boondocks at the time, 10 miles from downtown. I do have this transportation company in town that I use, that a lot of us seniors use, rural community transportation. They provide transportation to people on Medicaid to go to doctor's appointments, and seniors to go to doctor's appointments and things like that. So they have been a godsend. I get around with that. Now that I'm here at this apartment, I've got the daily bus that comes here twice and takes us down to downtown to the other town that's right next to us that has all the shopping. And that's kind of my life, you know. I just haven't been in a position where I can afford to go to a dentist, get my teeth fixed, get caps, get root canals, and all of that. So that is the story of my mouth, my health, and there is just not a whole lot I can do about it. So if you don't like the way I look, you don't need to watch my channel, obviously. Just scroll on by. If you can't stand my teeth, I'm the same way. If I watch somebody that grosses me out, I don't watch them. Simple as that. I just wanted to talk about it because it is something that bothers me daily with my teeth. And, but I love you guys. You know, I love singing. I love vlogging. And when the day comes that I do have to lose this middle tooth, I probably won't be on YouTube anymore. Or I just won't be on camera anymore. So that's my story. I hope everybody has a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.